gray hair and, people that are losing the melanin and losing that color, is there any peptides or anything to prevent the graying of hair?
Yes, our product. In fact, look at my hair. You notice how it's darker? That's from the product. So GHKCU, again, in the histidyl glycine aspect of it, over time will darken to the natural root. Now, does this happen in everyone? No, but it happens in a lot of people. And again, we have probably 50 or 60 reviews on the site right now. If somebody goes there and looks around and reads about them, that's like the secondary effect. They're like, oh my God, I regrew my hair, but now it's even darker. A lot of women see an increasing to their original, like a dirty blonde or a dirty brown root. Obviously a lot of women are coloring their hair, so, they're more apt to notice those kind of things. But for sure, 100%, there are other peptides that are in the pipeline that will also darken the root. But this is a very known effect of copper peptide GHKCU, that it will darken back to the original root. So that's just a secondary effect of using our product.
Brilliant. Now, the last question that I ask all my guests who've had 90 shows is, over many years of being a health coach, and obviously my other life as a physician that I sort of, I don't want to get into, but a lot of people battle to sustain their transformation, Jay. They start up, they put things in place, they lose the body fat, they take the supplements, they're metabolically flexible, their labs are a lot better. 6 months later, they're feeling better, they're moving better. The diet's really, really tight. There's fasting in place. But many, many times, in fact, I think the research shows about 80% within probably a year, maybe 2 years, they're back to their old ways, they're back to their old habits. Give us some key sort of handles or tips in terms of helping people sustain their transformation.
Beautiful. Great question. And by the way, I'm blessed and humbled and honored to be here today. You ask amazing questions. I actually want to be like, dude, let's talk about medicine right now. You're like hiding. You're like the doctor behind the script trying to be like the podcaster. But I know you're very, very intelligent. So this is awesome. I'm really grateful. So it's a lifestyle. You know this, Steve. I mean, this is not a 6 month, 12 month, 18 month, adaptation. This is not like, so I'll take a step back. Like in my course, I tell people at the very beginning, because a lot of people financially are like, I can't afford to pay a doctor. You have to look at this from a standpoint of you can't not afford to pay a doctor or your health practitioner or your functional medicine person or whoever it is, your trainer, your deep tissue massage, active release technician. Between $3,000 to $10,000 a year is what I say. I don't care whether you make $500,000 a day or you're a $45,000 a year cop. Okay. You have the ability to go into your life at your economic range and determine what is a necessary expense and what is not. And when you really start pulling back the onion or peeling back the onion, you will see that giving $3,000 to $10,000 a year for your functional health and your longevity is like a pittance to pay over the life. Because Steve, as a doctor, you know this, and I say this to people sometimes and they get really pissed off, but it's the truth. One coronary event is $100,000 minimum out of your pocket. I don't give a shit what your benefits are. People don't understand this until they deal with it. So it's like, you can't not afford to become the proactive scientist of your own health. And that means doing your labs every year. There is no doctor out there anywhere that is going through your medical records, giving a shit about your personal health. You are the proactive scientist of your own health. You are the only person capable of making these decisions. So it's like, go in with the mindset of like, okay, this is my lifestyle now. I have to monitor my labs. This lifestyle changes that I'm going to get, that's going to benefit me and it's going to make all these. This is now how I live my life. Like for example, like with me, my lifestyle is I fast 4 days a week, but I have a family, I have kids, I have responsibilities. Life gets in the way. As you know, it's like, how do I set up my diet so that if I want to enjoy / relax on the weekend, I can? Well, it's simple. I know that on Saturday night and Sunday night, I'm going to be with family or friends, or I'm going to indulge, or I want to do that. So I'm fasting up until that meal, right? And that's my lifestyle. Just as today, I'm not going to eat until I'm with my family, my daughters and my wife until later tonight. That's just how I live my lifestyle. There's nothing that gets in the way. I don't have to meal prep. I don't have to spend all this time. So I think it's very simple. First off, it's a commitment to the lifestyle. This is not a diet. This is not a short-term intervention. This is the way I am living my life to be longer and stronger. And now around that, understanding that, how am I going to live my life so that boredom, is not the way, right? Because as living a Spartanistic meal prep, always eat chicken and protein and broccoli, that's absurd. I mean, nobody wants to live a life like that. So again, create your lifestyle around the life that you want to build in this, fully optimized existence. And I think for me, and again, it's just simple and I'm just giving what I do, but for me, it's just choosing to insert a fasting protocol.